bit of sun coming in, but hello there, everyone, and welcome to Kotsko's Corner, June 29th, 2023. This week, we are going to be discussing week number 7 of the BWBL season. But first, we will discuss week 6's games. In game 1, in the early series, which was pretty much what we all thought was going to happen. The False Idols and RK. The False Idols took game 1, 7-4. Tom Hannon and Stu Kalady hit back-to-back home runs in the fourth, and Mike Cinti struck out 11 in the victory. And then the Idols completed the sweep with a 2-1 victory in 8 innings. Tom Hannon hit a walk-off single. Stu Kalady hit a home run. Brett Kalady struck out a career-high 22 batters. You want to know the crazier part about that? He not only threw 8 innings on Sunday, he pitched 3 other games. He pitched, I believe, 12 innings at Ma on Saturday. That is the more impressive thing about that. Is that he struck out 22 and then after pitching 12 innings the day before. And then Teddy Krause struck out 20 for RK in the loss. And now we go to the second series. Both are the Owls. The Kings defeated the Owls in game 1 at 12-0. Ryan Hart hit 2 home runs and drove in 8. Alex Fashilo struck out 10. The Kings completed the sweep with a 21-1 victory. Alex Fashilo went 4 for 5 with a home run and 6 RBIs. And Devin Markert actually homered for the Owls for the only run that the Owls got. And then the 5 Locos played the Owls next, and they defeated them 10-1. Augie George homered twice, drove in 6. He struck out 13 on the mound. And then the 5 Locos completed the sweep with a 21-0 victory. Jimmy Hawley, Max Alby, and Jamie Kennard each homered, and Joey Dewar threw 2 no-hit innings. That was also a 2-inning victory for 5 Locos. And then in the final game, the final series of the day, Scared Hitless defeated Bases Loaded in game 1, 16-10. Nick Pugh and Gerald Johnson each homered twice, and Josh Quick drove in 4 runs. Johnson struck out 7 to get the win on the mound. Scared Hitless completed the sweep of Bases Loaded by 14-1. Nick Pugh Nick Pugh and Josh Quick homered. Brett Rooney also homered for his first of the season. And Jonathan Fernandez made his season debut on the mound, and he struck out 8. And now, there were only 3 series. 5-7-0 was the off team this week. But we will go with the power rankings. At number 8, we have the Jenkins Owls. Haven't had a win this season. Changing captains. Also, that's in the BWBL news. AJ Grabowski has been suspended 2 games for the altercations this week. And Corey Chomp has been named captain of the Owls. But the Owls, I don't see them winning a game. They also, and we'll see when it comes up, but could we see a possibility they don't win a game? I don't know. I could see that. I don't know. But they have some good players, but I don't see them winning a game this year. At number 7, we have 5-7-0. They haven't won a game yet, but they actually have the Owls this week. They could get a win this week. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with matchups and such. But I think a win can happen. At worst, a split. But we'll see. I'm actually going to go with when we do the games. But number 7, we'll have 5-7-0. At number 6, we have Bases Loaded. Their only 4 wins are against the Jenkins Owls. They are 0-6 against everyone else. Got some. I mean, it's very difficult to talk. It's tougher. It's like they They have some good. They have a good. They have some good hitting. I mean, Mike White's pretty good. Steve Holmes is one of the best hitters in the league, but I just cannot. It's gonna be tough for them to get wins. They have to play 5-7-0 again, but they got to play Five Locos, Scare Hitless again, and I believe they still got to play RK. So that's just a tough one right there. At number 5, we have Scared Hitless. They have a 500 record now, and they look like they're hitting turned the corner against bases loaded. Had a bunch of home runs. They looked really good. They looked really good on the mat. They really looked really good. They also took a week off. They actually gave Nick Pugh a week off from pitching, which is big because they got a big series coming up. Number 4, we have RK. I will admit this. It's hard for me to really put RK it's hard for me to put RK at 4, but it's so difficult to take off the Kings and Five Locos and False Idols. But Teddy is really good. I'll just say it right there. And the crazy part is that he's only 16. It's just one of the most he is possibly the most improved pitcher I've seen. I remember seeing I think Teddy is just phenomenal on the mound. Like, he is really good. The rest of the team, I mean, I know they were without some players. They were without Jagger. They were without Josh Wolfsis. They didn't have Jackson either. So that was a really tough. So it's tough for them to lose those guys, but either way, I just think they're going to be they're in the playoff hunt regardless. They're going to be a really interesting team come playoffs. They got to play the Kings again. They got to play False Idols again. So we'll just see. They also have to play. They got to play bases loaded, and I believe they still got to play 5-7-0 as well. So it's going to be an interesting one to the end of the year. At number 3, we have the Kings of the North. They had a pretty easy week against the Owls, but they're going to be I always say this, they're the deepest pitching team in the league. They have 4 well, I would say one of, because I think Five Locos is deeper. But Kings have 4 solid arms if they're all there. Though their best 2 are possibly Dotzel and Alex, and I don't know how much I can say they could win again. Like, I honestly said, they're usually one of the they're like 2 of the top 5 best pitchers. But their hitting is always great. Pack, Alex, George usually is really good. Reinhardt did really good this week. But yeah, that's just the Kings of the North. Number 2, we got the Five Locos. They rebounded well off of their split with RK. I think they're also one of those teams. They're also a really good hitting team. They're also really good. I think Augie is, again, I think I've said this before about Augie, but I think he is turning the quarter from year 1 to year 2. This is like his second full season, and he could be pitching wise. I feel like he's getting better as a pitcher, but you just look at that team and you're thinking, wow, they got a big one also with Scared Hitless this week, so we will have to see. And at number 1, I think it's pretty darn obvious number 1 is going to be the False Idols. I don't know how much if there is a weakness a little bit to this team, if there's a weakness to the Idols, it's tougher to see. But they have solid pitching. Their hitting is pretty good. I mean, I say, if you want to really know the true weakness, I say it's me, but that's all I'm going to say. If you look at the stats, it's pretty obvious. I have the lowest batting average on the team. But I was on Teddy. I was actually hitting I thought I was getting foul. I was fouling off Teddy's pitches, so I was doing really well, but tuning my own horn there. But still, I still went over 4. I think I went over 5 against Teddy still, though. But yeah, Brett had a 22 strikeout performance, and that I think it's more impressive because he pitched the day before and did with that. But That's your power rankings for this week. Owls, 570, bases loaded, scared hitless, RK, Kings, 5 locos, and false idols. And now we go to the games. We go to the games and series this week. We only got 3 again, and they start at 12:30 today, not 11. So, the first series of the day is the Kings and false idols. This is a really big series, actually. Kings are 7-1. Idols are 9-1. The Idols have won 9 straight games. So this one could be this. This is a really interesting. I mean, the pitching matchups are going to be fascinating no matter what. You get Cinti versus Alex, or you get Cinti versus Dotzel. You get possibly Brett against Dotzel. You get Brett against Alex. I don't think you can go wrong with the pitching matchups at all this week. It's very much you don't need to use. It's more of who wants to pitch first. That's the big thing. I think, like, I'm going to say it, and I say this realistically. I'm going to say for Idols sweep, just because I feel like the pitching advantage is there. And the Idols are probably the hottest team in the BWBL right now with 9 straight wins. I forgot. Okay, I was trying to remember, who did the Kings lose to? And I realized they lost RK, like, week 3 in an extra inning game. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Idols sweep there. And now we get another series. We get Scared Hitless and 5 Locos. 5 Locos actually swept this series in week 3. This one, they gave Nick a week off. I feel like maybe that week will help Nick out, but it depends on pitching matchups as well. I just think the Locos have better pitching, in my opinion. I don't know 100% if that's, like, I think Locos with Augie, if Dewar's there, if Artem's there, they're going to probably, if Artem is there, there is a good likelihood that I think 5 Locos sweep. If Artem's not there, maybe Scare Hitless gets a game, but I don't know. It's really difficult to talk. It's really difficult. I am going to go with a split. I think Hitless Locos is a split, in my opinion. I could see a possibility of a sweep by Locos. I don't see a Scared Hitless sweep, being very clear, but I will go with a split. I'm going to be generous there. And then we got a series. I don't even know if it's going to even be played, but it's 5-7-0 and Owls. Oh, okay. This is probably the best chance 5-7. This is one of 2 chances 5-7-0 gets for winning a game this year. It's also a good chance for the Owls as well, because I don't see the Owls winning a game the rest of the way. Because I don't see the Owls winning, because I feel like their best chance was probably against bases loaded. But because 5-7-0 gets 2 chances to get 1 win, and I think they can get. And it really depends on, well, with the Owls' best player is not playing this week. Well, I say best player, but probably one of their best pitchers is probably not pitching. But 5-7-0, I see a 5-7-0 sweep. I would not be surprised by a split, but I see a 5-7-0 sweep. I just think it would be kind of I would think it'd be hard to believe if the Owls sweep 5-7-0. But that's it for those games. My predictions: Idol sweep, Scare Hitless 5 Locos split, and a 5-7-0 sweep. So that's all of that. So that's all of those games. We also have, if I'm not mistaken, we have the Free Jacks of OLW, which is mostly BWBL players. and they're playing for a chance to get into the OLW playoffs. I believe they're going to play the play. I believe it would not play until the 28th of July, but they are playing really late. Like they're playing for a chance. They're playing Wiffle House, I believe, and they have to, I believe, split. And I believe they would have to. I believe the sweep would get them there. So, and I feel like they said it's and I, from what I've been told, they're going to win that. They're going to sweep that series. But I'm going to say this right away. Okay, so that being said, this is Kotsko's Corner signing out. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Happy 4th. Enjoy the games this week. And I'll talk to you later.